They were talented. They were pure 70s sex appeal. It's time to flash back to one of history's smoking hottest decades. Today, on the very, very best of the 70s, we're singing the praises of your favorite sexy sirens.
Number 10, Bo Derek.
Can I just have a moment? Can we just be still for a second?
Oh my gosh, this woman is so stunning. We're like, where did she come from?
When Bo Derek stepped out of that water, she just stepped right into my dreams.
It's only fair that number 10 on our list is the sexy siren known for being a true 10 in the movie. 10.
On a scale from 1 to 10, George Weber is about to meet an 11.
Released in 1979, it was the hit movie titled 10 that would turn Derek into an instant phenomenon.
Bo is just so gorgeous, and the way 10 was shot, the build up to the 10 and the running on the beach and all of this.
This movie eked into the 70s, 1979, but you cannot talk about the 70s without mentioning Bo Derek.
Although she didn't actually say a lot in the movie, she was so idealized. It fulfilled everybody's fantasies.
While 1979 saw Bo blow up, her first role was in the 1973 movie Fantasies, when she was still going by the name Mary Kathleen Collins.
Bo Derek's birth name is Mary Kathleen Collins. Bo Derek works better for a movie star.
Bo Derek was my neighbor, and she was always so nice. Just a really good person, and a very pretty lady, let's face it.
Wait, Bo knows Bob? That's amazing.
Oh yeah, that was 1977. Bo Derek did Orca, which was not a great follow-up to Jaws. It was a killer whale that bit her leg off. Spoiler.
Her late 70s success primed 80s audiences to go ape for Bo Derek. And in 1981, they got their chance.
The most exotic woman of our time in the most erotic adventure of all time. Tarzan.
Tarzan the Ape Man with Bo Derek was rated R, so you can use your own imagination why. They kind of went far.
I'm still a virgin.
Yowzers! There's no doubt this sexy siren belongs on our list. And just because we're nice, we'll show you the scene one more time.
And it was just a pure joy to watch her on TV or film or on my poster in the basement.
Number 9, Lonnie Anderson.
She's another siren who made her big splash at the end of the 70s, but would make a lasting impression on the entire decade.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm a radio guy, so when you say Lonnie Anderson to me, it's the reason
My favorite series of the 70s.
Now, where were we?
Fully activated, I believe.
Sadly, WKRP was done after 4 seasons, but that was enough to catapult her into the 80s, where she continued to shine.
Lonnie Anderson, to me, was one of the first beautiful, sexy, smart women portrayed on television.
But it wasn't just on screen where Lonnie was capturing attention and headlines.
Get into something comfortable.
I want you.
You do?
Yes.
Burt Reynolds was her boyfriend, right?
You are correct, sir. And he would become her husband in 1988.
Their house was made of bear rugs, and they were always nude, in my mind.
Easy, Tiger. Let's keep the fantasies to yourself. But yes, with her success on WKRP and high-profile marriage, Lonnie had certainly made her mark despite a rough start to her career.
Come and knock on our door.
Come and knock on our door.
So Lonnie Anderson was actually up for the role of Chrissy in Three's Company.
Oh my God, if Lonnie Anderson did the Thigh Master, I think that she would have sold a lot more than Suzanne Summers did.
You sure are an attractive thing.
Thank you.
Lonnie may have just missed Three's Company, but she handled the 70s with a grace and style that put her squarely on this list.
Number 8, Pam Grier.
When it came to women in prison and blaxploitation movies that were big in the 70s, Pam Grier led the pack.
Oh my gosh, don't get me started with Pam Grier.
Pam Grier was the baddest bitch in the 1970s.
As far as I know, she was the first kind of black woman action hero.
And all that action started in the 1971 film, The Big Dollhouse.
Locked behind walls of concrete and steel, guarded by barbed wire and guns in a tropical hell. They call it The Big Dollhouse.
She was guns, sweat, sex, and kicking somebody's butt. That's who Pam Grier was, in high heels.
There's a whole kind of genre of movies in the 70s that definitely does not exist anymore.
Pam Grier, man, the fights that she had.
I told you I was gonna cut it off and try to pull that shit on me.
Any black guy, man, that's even remotely around 70s, 80s, or whatever, you grew up appreciating Pam Grier.
My name's Carter.
Everybody knows the line. They call her coffee because she will cream you.
I know what you want to, and you're gonna get it.
Anyone can be sexy, but it takes a real siren to be foxy.
When Foxy Brown comes to town, all the brothers gather round.
Come on. Foxy, one of the most, all the men loved her back in the 70s.
And one young Quentin Tarantino would love her so much that he'd create a movie just for her.
You have the chance to walk off with $500,000. Would you take it?
She came back in a movie called Jackie Brown from Quentin Tarantino, and she was nominated for a Golden Globe, and I thought she deserved it because she was wonderful in that movie.
But of course, it all began with those wild and racy films of the 70s, where Pam was most certainly the jam.
Have no fear, Pam Grier is here.
Still to come on the very, very best of the 70s.
Not only was she a beautiful and talented actress, but she could sing.
Welcome back to the very, very best of the 70s. So far, we've met a perfect 10, a blonde bombshell, and a foxy lady. Let's continue to count down your sexy sirens of the 70s.
Number 7. Olivia Newton-John.
Olivia Newton-John did a lot in the 70s, but it's her role on Grease that turned her into a legend.
Tell me about it, stud.
I'm sure every single male had a crush on Olivia Newton-John back in the 70s.
Olivia Newton-John didn't need to put on the sexy black outfit at the end of Grease. She had me from the first note.
Initially, she wanted to turn this part down because she thought she was too old, but Travolta said, no, you're not. And thank God. Can you imagine a world without Sandra Dee?
The vulnerability, that she could be the girl next door that, the guys would fall for. And it kind of played into that with Grease, which she was just perfect for.
Not only was she a beautiful and talented actress, but she could sing, and she had the accent. I mean, it's almost too much.
Olivia Newton-John's singing voice was like a beautiful bird, butterfly.
She was just everything to me. And she could pull off the girl next door with the ponytail, and then she'd frizz up the hair, and I'd be like, oh my God, she's so hot.
And when it came to hits, Newton-John was just getting started. With her combined powers as an actress and singer, Olivia Newton-John took the 70s by storm.
Female lead singers, I'm a sucker. And you don't even have to be that talented. As it happens, Olivia Newton-John had talent.
True that.
Number 6. Goldie Hawn.
I loved and love Goldie Hawn because she's funny and beautiful. She had it all.
Goldie Hawn was sexy and special, I think, because she was funny.
I'd like you to meet Goldie Hawn.
No. I've met you before. You remember.
I know.
Yeah.
But Goldie wasn't all fun and games.
You have to remember, when Goldie Hawn entered the 70s, she already had an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for Cactus Flower.
Don't try to spare my feelings, Julian. I know you were out with your wife.
She's an enormously talented actress.
And she crossed all sorts of genres with that talent.
With her career rolling, Hawn let her hair down in the 1975 hit Shampoo.
In Hal Ashby's Shampoo, you have to ache for Goldie Hawn.
He slept around on her. He cheated on her. How could you do that, Warren Beatty? Our Goldie Hawn.
How could you do that? I don't think he knew who he had in his possession. She was a beautiful woman and he was cheating on her. They should have strung him up.
But Goldie would get the last laugh, getting 2 separate TV specials in 1971 and 78.
George, why do you keep saying you're 83? For 83, you look terrible. For 100, you look sensational.
Dude, she was a MILF. She had 2 kids in the 70s, and she looked great.
And in that special, Goldie was actually pregnant with one Kate Hudson.
Goldie Hawn, everybody loved it because, once again, laughter, and definitely on the cute side of sexy.
What is this? What are you doing?
We're celebrating you, Goldie Hawn, as our number 6 sexy siren.
Number 5. Catherine Bach.
She's Catherine Bach, a.k.a. Daisy Duke, and she's yet another example of the 70s saving the best sirens for the tail end of the decade.
Catherine Bach was so hot that she wore shorts, and 40 years later, we're still talking about her in those shorts.
Are you kidding? Daisy Duke with the jeans?
We are not kidding, and it's also no joke Catherine Bach is perfect for this list. Don't you agree, Catherine Bach?
I don't really think about it. I don't go, hey, look at you, you sexy siren. I don't do that.
I hear y'all are looking for hot drivers. Well, you can stop looking.
She embodied this natural beauty, and she was also like an action star.
You know, I think that people realize in hindsight that Catherine Bach really was the star of that show, along with the car.
The actors and actresses on Dukes of Hazzard became big stars. You could like John Schneider and you could like Tom Wopat, but if you were a guy, you really liked Catherine Bach.
I didn't approach playing Daisy Duke as, okay, I'm going to see how sexy I can be in here. I just had a lot of fun with the role.
She could drive the cars. She could do all the things the boys could do, and usually better.
With her exotic look backdropped by rural Hazard County, everyone seemed to have a Cletus-sized crush on Catherine Bach.
Golly, I can't believe this is happening to me.
And it was Bach herself who came up with that look.
I just grabbed my shorts that I had made and my little top that I had made, and that was my look.
She'd have those little hot pants that showed almost everything, and she looked so great in them.
Okay, you can look now.
Yes, the 70s siren competition is tough, but Catherine Bach duped it out to make number 5 on our list.
Number 4. Morgan Fairchild.
If you talk about 70s glamour, class personified, and pure sex appeal, then you better start talking Morgan Fairchild.
Well, it's nice that people think of you as a sex symbol. You know, there are a lot of worse things you could be a symbol of.
If there hadn't been a word vixen in the English dictionary, you would have had to create it to define the parts that Morgan Fairchild played.
Oh, Patty, the members of Alpha Nu Sigma are your sisters now. Not some little lowlife from PE&D.
You know men like a good bitch. I mean, men like them nasty. Don't ask me.
I'm not going anywhere.
Morgan Fairchild was another beautiful lady, but boy, could she play a mean lady in the show, in a movie. She could play evil in a movie, and she was nothing like that.
Suddenly, everybody expects, you to be this big sex queen, and I'm like this nice kid from Texas,
On a lot of the shows Morgan Fairchild was on, the producers seemed quite comfortable putting her in lingerie. Go figure.
I started the whole lingerie thing. When I started Flamingo Road, I'd bring in all these lace teddies just because I was always in the bedroom and it was getting boring.
Don't you feel wicked being in my bedroom? I want it all, and I want it right now.
With her 70s siren status in place, Fairchild became a TV and film mainstay.
Chandler!
Thanks for wearing something.
Oddly, the one thing I really remember her being in was Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
You are such a pushover.
I know you are. But what am I?
If you read Morgan's Wikipedia entry, the personal life section ends with this. During the early 1970s, Fairchild was kidnapped and held against her will on 2 separate occasions. What?
Yeah. Wait, what?
It's totally true.
Man, next time we chat with her, we're going to ask about that. But for now, all we know is that she played some of the 70s most powerful female characters.
I just have to learn to live with the fact that I'm fun to be near. And just love myself as the rest of the world does.
You tell him, Fairchild. Still to come on the very, very best of the 70s.
A lot of people, I don't think, realize that sirens from the 70s could do multiple things.
Of sexy sirens of the 70s. We've met 7. Welcome back to the very, very best of the 70s. So far, we've met 7 lovely ladies. Sit back as we continue our list of sexy sirens of the 70s.
Number 3. Raquel Welch.
Introducing the fabulous Raquel Welch, the sensational star discovery of this or any other year in 1 million years BC.
Jesus criminy. Raquel Welch was hotter than fire.
The movie itself, the 1 million BC, it's a caveman movie. She didn't have much dialogue, but fortunately, the face and the body served to project what was needed.
The year was 1967. The movie was 1 million years BC. And the poster that followed launched Raquel Welch as a 70s sexy siren that everyone took notice of.
Show that right now. See, told you.
They called it mankind's first bikini, and it set the world on fire.
It was one of the first times around then that a poster really made a career.
I mean, the sexiness came from that bod of hers, but I have to say, just aesthetically, truly one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life.
And building off the popularity of the poster, in 1970 she would get her own TV special, simply called Raquel. Expensively made and extravagant, the production set out to show the world that Welch wasn't just a sex symbol, but could dance and sing.
Raquel Welch was the first J-Lo. A lot of people, I don't think, realize that Sirens from the 70s could do multiple things. Raquel Welch could sing.
And while some of her more mainstream movies didn't find great success, there's no denying her success as a strong sex symbol throughout the decade.
I never noticed this before, but you're a hell of a good-looking woman, you know that?
Still to come on the very, very best of the 70s.
We were always waiting for that spin to turn around and change to those clothes, because when she turned around, we know what everybody was watching.
Welcome back to the very, very best of the 70s. So far, we've seen some women who kick ass, get big laughs, and define style. Now we're raising the stakes as we hear the call of our number 2 sexy siren of the 70s.
Number 2. Linda Carter.
To make it all the way to the number 2 siren of the 70s, sometimes it takes a superhero.
Wonder Woman! Why were men drawn to Linda Carter? She was Wonder Woman.
She truly was an action hero. She was one of the first women that made us feel invincible.
She had superpowers and she was hot. And she had an invisible jet. Sold!
Yeah, you know, I wasn't aware that in 1972, Linda Carter won a beauty pageant. It doesn't surprise me because, you know, she could lasso the judges and have her way with them.
Not just the most beautiful woman in the world, Carter wanted to prove she could save it too.
Linda Carter, she had that beauty pageant looks. She was Wonder Woman.
She made Princess Diana just jump off the comic book page.
Now the world is ready for you.
I loved her on Wonder Woman. She had the bracelets that would block bullets. Pew, pew, pew. The special effects were slightly better than what I just did there, but not much.
The Wonder Woman series ran for 3 seasons, from 1975 to 1979.
Must obey.
So let me break down the Wonder Woman outfit for you through eyes of a very young boy. You got the gold rope. You've got the tiny little dress, the little cut-off top.
For me, without sounding like I should be imprisoned, the boots made the outfit. But I'm a sucker for boots.
Well, who didn't watch Wonder Woman? We were always waiting for that spin to turn around and change to those clothes, because when she turned around, we know what everybody was watching.
A real-life wonder, Linda Carter didn't just act, she could also sing.
Everybody hits in the same boat, baby. Everybody's got a row.
Linda released an album in 1978 called Portrait, and 2 of those songs were used on Wonder Woman. Craziest Linda Carter fact, she was in a band called The Relatives with Gary Berghoff, who played Radar on MASH.
Radar, you sly devil. Well done. And well done, Linda, for making it to number 2 on our list of the top 10 sexy sirens of the 70s.
Number 1. Farrah Fawcett.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who went to the police academy.
Farrah Fawcett, she wasn't just beautiful, she was also a tough kind of women's role model.
I think every girl was fascinated with Farrah Fawcett.
I loved Charlie's Angels growing up as a kid.
Yeah, I had her poster on my wall.
Ah, yes, the best-selling pinup poster of all time. Let's discuss, shall we?
Farrah Fawcett in the red bathing suit, that pinup poster pretty much launched her career, and it also affected in a beautiful way a bunch of young boys at the time.
I mean, just like little boys, I think little girls saw themselves as this sun-kissed California free spirit.
And while Farrah was no stranger to bathing suits, only one is still remembered.
Farrah Fawcett was the original Baywatch girl. You know that's where they got the inspiration for the whole show. Just looking at her in that red bathing suit and that pose, I could still remember it.
But the 70s weren't just about Charlie's Angels and pinups for Fawcett, as she would do several TV guest appearances.
I mean, she was in 2 of our favorite TV shows as kids, Charlie's Angels and The $6 Million Man.
There's a 70s dynamic duo right there. Farrah Fawcett, who ended up marrying Lee Majors, who was the $6 Million Man.
And as the story goes, the two were playing doubles with Aaron Spelling, and he chose her to play Jill Monroe of his made-for-TV movie, Charlie's Angels, which aired in 1976 on ABC.
Kelly, this could be the beginning of a very meaningful relationship.
The movie was a hit, and so was Farrah.
Would you like to order dinner now?
Sure, if you're on the menu.
There were 3 Charlie's Angels, but there was only one Farrah Fawcett.
But after one season, Fawcett wanted out. Drama.
Farrah, after the first season, bailed on the show.
But deceiving my own sister, all of you, is the hardest thing Charlie ever asked me to do.
She had to agree to come back for guest appearances, and when she did, the ratings shot through the roof.
Farrah Fawcett had the most iconic hairstyle. I mean, she actually created a movement for the hairstyle called the flip.
The Farrah flip was like, and it would just kind of fly up in kind of slow motion and land around her, and then she'd bust out this huge smile like, and you're like, what?
Every girl tried to copy Farrah's feathered full look.
He'll reimburse you for your cab.
But ask any teenage boy at the time, and it was the poster that stole the show.
Farrah Fawcett's red bathing suit is in the Smithsonian Institute. I mean, that's groundbreaking right there.
Abe Lincoln's top hat, Dorothy's ruby slippers, Farrah's red bathing suit. That's history, and so are we. See you next time on the very, very best of the 70s.